What's going on, y'all? So listen, baby, what is going on, you guys? Y'all know I had to come through. First of all, let me just say this. I am loving the fact that y'all loving these reviews. I really am. And baby, girl, this shit got a fucking heartbeat in it. Let me put this motherfucker up. I had it propped up and baby, I put it down and it just said boom, 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 boom. I almost cried. But anyway, I'm good because I popped the pill. But let's go ahead and get up into this. Like I said, I am loving the fact that y'all are loving these reviews. As y'all can see, this is one of the best shows that I have some of my best funs with, okay? Because the show just really be taking me there, for real, for real. So let's just get up into it. And y'all know, I think next week ain't gonna be a episode, which I don't understand why, but you know, stars always do that. I'm like, just continue the damn season out, okay? We all hyped and amped about it. But anyway, we are back again for another episode review of P-Valley Season 2, Episode 6, Savage, okay? Now, when the episode came on and they put the little discretionary stuff up on there, I'm sitting here like, who finna do what to themselves? And I got a feeling that it's gonna be, and I just don't want to say it yet, you know. But we get into the episode, right? And it's starting off, and we see Diamond fucking somebody. First of all, we see some girl getting fucked on the bed. And I was just like, oh my God, who is that? Who is that? Then I look at her face and then I look at who doing it. I said, oh my God, this is Damn It. And this is Big Bone. Baby, it was Tyler and Miracle for me. Okay, now listen, it could have been a little bit better, but baby, I was here for it because at the end of the day, I feel like that's as close as we're gonna get to a little tape, you know, a little tapey tape. You know what I'm saying? I got a little voyeuristic type of shit in me, you know what I'm saying? I wanna see it. And he was handling that big old ass. He was handling that big old ass. And I said, yes. Yes. First of all, he looked like he was about to stroke out. I said, oh, it's that good. It's that good, huh? Because, I mean, sweaty. First of all, it looked like it's hot as fuck up in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it smelled like Badussy. But, hey, I was here for all of it. Let me tell you something. Miss Miracle Watts. Them areolas look good, okay? I said, oh, they dark and everything. And they're just so perky. And then when that bitch, first of all, he was fucking her, and then every time he actually looked down at her, here comes Mississippi Kashan's face, right? And Diamond. I said, we dealing with them demons, okay? We already know that you want her. We know that you want her. You ain't never got over her, whatever. You just mad at her for right now. That's all that it is. And I don't know if they're going to make it so that, you know, Diamond eventually do become the one that be her next white knight. I don't think that it's going to be Wody. I think Wody is just going to be in Wody's place. You know what I'm saying? Wody is, we'll get to Wody because I got something to say about that. But, while he was fucking on this girl, right, you know, when he finished, he pulls off the condom, and this is what got me. I said, oh, Big Bone, you a nasty bitch. Because Mama said, why you keep on, every time we had sex, you keep on coming up in that condom. I told you I want to have that up in my mouth. I said, he said, listen, bitch, I ain't trying to have no mistakes. She said, listen, I ain't trying to get pregnant either. Because he said, you know, a man always got to dispose of his seed. I said, you know, just say we got to flush the sperm down the toilet so can't nothing happen. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, gang, be so philosophical with it. I said, y'all girls be liking that in my mouth. Pearl necklaces and shit. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I said that is nasty. How does it taste? Let me stop. I just seen a video that was on the Neighborhood Talk about this girl that said, is it a thing that, you know, you're supposed to put your fingers up inside you and dab it on your neck or whatever, and it's the natural pheromones that's gonna make people come to you and want to be attracted or drawn to you? We ain't doing that, okay? Y'all gotta stop this shit. Y'all gotta stop that, okay? It's too damn hot to be going around with coochie juice on your neck, okay? But anyway, moving on from that, you know, she kind of called him out while he was getting his stuff together, whatever, relieving himself. She seeing his little ring over there. Well, it was Montavious ring, okay? Because you got his little altar and all the stuff that he do. He practices hoodoo and everything. and she was looking like she was about to touch and take that shit. I said, now ma'am, we just not letting you in. What you doing? And he called her before she can even do nothing. He said, what you wanna wake up with what, hexes on your ass and titties growing out your back and shit, you know? And she said it's something that's going on with your ass, okay? Because it feel like, you know, because he found out that he getting a little security job or whatever, for this space party or whatever that's gonna happen. And she was like, how come you ain't working security back at the paint? It's because you tried to save somebody that wasn't ready to be saved. And then he said, how you know about that? Who told you that? She said, I can see it each and every time you look at me when we try to or at least every time that you try to look at me when we having sex and you don't look at me. So the next time we get down, bitch, you better fucking look at me. He said, how about right now? I said, go ahead, because I want to see some more. I want to see some more. Let me tell you something. I just don't understand. Like, let me tell you something. I like big asses to a certain extent. Little, you know, after seeing Miracle ass in work, it's a little bit too much for me. I can work with it. Trust and believe me, I can. But it's just a little much. You know, take half. I ain't even gonna say take half. Take a piece. Suck a little piece out of it, and then I'll be great. You know what I'm saying? I'll be great. I could really maneuver that shit. But baby, bam, bam, bam. Anyway, I was looking at her as she was walking. I said, is it natural? But all right. Meanwhile, moving on from that, you know, they throwing this whole gang thing or whatever because, you know, Murda and Teak is a part of this gang. I don't remember what they're called, but y'all can put it down in the comments. I'm pretty sure that y'all will. I just know the colors is white, green, and red. Okay? I see it. What's good? What's good? We see Teak just all out there in the open, chest out and everything. He all happy and shit. Everybody in the parking lot doing donuts and stuff. I said, that's right. We just having a fine ass time. Baby, Murda pulls up looking like, you know, oh, I got something for my bae. You know, just pulled up with this Dodge Charger. I think it was, you know, it was green, black, and red or whatever. Teak just looking like. And at this point, I feel like, I think I know what's going to happen, but I'm going to just rock for the rest of the episode because if this was what's going to happen, they've been giving us signs. They really have been giving us signs. And, you know, while y'all up here giving this man cars and shit, that motherfucker needs to be up in the goddamn therapist's office, to be honest, all right? Murda gave him that car as a welcome home. You know, it was like, we got to do it big for him because he held it down when we was in jail. So, therefore, we going to hold him down while he out here. Understandable. Get your man something. Make him feel real good, okay? Well, you do make him feel good, Murda, but make him feel materialistically good, you know? So he get up in the car and he's so overwhelmed. At this point, people are not acknowledging the fact that Teak is still dealing with PTSD. And he get in that car in a way that he broke down. It wasn't a cry like, I'm so thankful. It was a cry that was mixed with so many goddamn emotions. And I was really just like, oh my God, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, back at the Pink, Big L then turned the water off on Autumn. Let me just be 100% clear. And let's be 100% honest. I feel as though, no shade to the girl that plays Autumn, they should have got somebody else to play her. Because she's just not working for me. And honestly, they should have got somebody else to play Andre. You know, that raggedy, scraggly looking shit, it's just not working for me. And y'all want us to be here for Andre and Autumn. It's just not working for me. They could literally go, okay? Of course, you know, Uncle Clifford and her feelings about the fact that, you know, she up here trying to sell the paint underneath her nose and all that shit. And people was trying to understand, why is Uncle Clifford pissed off about this whole thing? Because they were talking about selling it. Uncle Clifford, I don't feel like was really going to sell it, okay? She wanted her portion of the money, but she really wasn't going to sell that actual location, okay? And they were just in the process of discussing it. It's the fact that Haley ass actually wanted to go ahead, unbeknownst to Uncle Clifford, and just go ahead and outwardly sell that shit without even really truly talking to her, okay? That's what it was. She was being real snaky with it, okay? And so she really wasn't here for it. You know, they got to get the Ugandans. They were Africans. The Ugandans, they bringing over some filters or whatever. They got $5,000 for that. She like, damn, bitch. So what? I'm gonna have to go out here and sell some feet on the online or whatever. And I hate the predicament that Uncle Clifford is put in at this point, because she got to figure out what to do with the pink, and then got to figure out on top of that what to do with Haley. Mind you, Haley ass would have been gone, but then I had to remember Haley owns the majority of the pink. Okay, Haley never had any intentions of keeping that building open, and see, that is what happens when you're too trusting of strangers. Technically speaking, Haley ain't really doing nothing wrong. It's all business on her end. But see, Clifford and them, they have an emotional tie. Yeah, they can pick up the paint and go put it at another location, but this location is kind of historic for them. So they're emotionally tied to it, and that's the issue as well. Moving on from that, Teak go to the barbershop with Murda. They got his hair cut and all that stuff. Baby, the barber dude was just burning the shit. I said, now get a razor. Why we always gotta be extra? I see videos like that. You know what I'm saying? I know what's different techniques or whatever, but get a freaking, what happened to scissors? What happened to the, I said, oh, don't burn the hole in my in his hand, okay? Don't do it in my man's head. You know what I'm saying? And he turned around when he finally got him done or whatever. Y'all heard when the barber was like, oh, so you do music? Because he was asking Teak, so now that you out, what you gonna be doing? And I was like, I don't know, just doing a little this, doing a little that. And Murda said, probably just gonna be on the road with me again when we get this tour back together. Well, like, oh, so you a singer? What you do? I mean, Mississippi Pride, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. And he said, if it ain't shit up in a jukebox, you ain't doing shit. I said, you know how the old heads are. You know how the old heads are. But then he get a phone call. It's Keyshawn on the phone. Keyshawn basically telling him, because at one point while they was in the barbershop, the fact that Rome passed away came up, but he was like, I don't know what happened, because ain't nobody saying what caused it at the, on the blogs or whatever. So when Keyshawn calls Murda and he go outside and talking to her, he finds out the reason why he did is because, technically speaking, if we want to do it that way, Keyshawn told Wody what was going on. Now, we do have to understand this. Wody is a businessman, okay? Wody is Murda's friend. Wody been knew Murda's tea, okay? Wody could have been out of him, but at this point, it really doesn't make sense to do so, But if he wanted to, because remember, the angel of death could be an angel in disguise. That's what they said at the last week's episode, something along that line. So we still got to watch out for Wody. We were so hyped about the fact that Wody came through, took out Rome because we couldn't stand Rome or whatever. But at the same time, we still need to watch Wody and see how he's going to work. Because people were trying to debate whether or not he did this for Keyshawn or did he do it for Lil Murda. He did it for both, but he did it mostly for Murda. We have to just put it out there, okay? Yes, this is a black man protecting another black woman and in her time of need, because what was done to her was fucked up, and we ain't never really seen nobody truly protect her like that. Diamond tried to, she interjected or whatever, but he actually protect her and she let him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, his client is there. He's trying to come up. And I'm pretty sure Wody trying to come up off of him as well. So therefore, I'm trying to protect my client. My business and my first protection really is for my client. So therefore, let me find that phone and let me take care of this situation. So it's killing one bird that's caused two fucking problems at the same time. All right? He caused the problem with Keyshawn and he caused the problem with Murda. So let's take him out. But I'm more so concerned about Murda. But you do know that Wody do care for Keyshawn. Okay? And he's been showing that throughout the season, and you have to just go back and watch. It's been little glimpses and shit that he's been doing, And so he worried about that. Him and Teak finna go roll around the neighborhood. Bitch, we get, what's her name? Mercedes going over there to Shell house, okay? Shell opened up that door. I said Shell don't look like she washed her ass in a month of Sundays, okay? Mama looked all nasty. Mama looked all filmy. Mama just looked like everything on her stank. Okay, it just smelled like a trash can. I wouldn't be surprised if the house stank. Okay, baby. Mercedes came over there to bring some groceries, because ain't no grocery up in that house. Tara could not over there. She with her friend, and Mercedes said, Key line. And then Shell was like, who was that? I said, damn, bitch, you don't even know who her friends are, but Mercedes do when she ain't even taking care of the girl. That says a lot. I said, call CPS on Shell, because this ain't right. Girl, Mercedes opened up the garbage can. It's a bunch of wine bottles up in there, alcohol bottles. She opened up the refrigerator. The refrigerator damn near burr, okay? And got molded ass oranges. Molded ass oranges in there. I said, let this bitch go, okay? Shell needs a wake-up call. She needs to get her shit together. Yeah, we all going through some shit. All right, we all going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got other people to take care of. You don't want... And it's almost as if she's being spiteful because she don't want Mercedes to have her, to have Terica. And... It's pissing me off because you don't want Mercedes to have Terica. You claim you need a job, but then you look down on Mercedes because she's a stripper, whatever. But yeah, Mercedes still got her life more together than you do. And then Mercedes had to tell her about the fact that, you know, what she said negatively about, you know, Terica. And she was like, I didn't say that. She said, yes, you did, bitch. When you was drunk as fuck, you said that shit. I would never say that. I said, yeah, you did, bitch. You did. See, that's what alcohol do. Alcohol will speak a fucking sober mind, bitch. A drunk tongue speak a sober mind, and that's exactly what you said, bitch. You don't want to fuck with that little girl, okay? But you don't want to give it up to Mercedes. Because then Mercedes win, and then you're going to be there by yourself, and you really ain't going to have nothing, and you're going to think that, baby, I done let my life go to waste. Bitch, that was your fault. That was your fault. You chose to stay and play stepmama to this play mama to this little girl. You chose to stay in that relationship, okay? Because I would have bounced. Anybody bring an outside kid into my goddamn relationship, deuces, bitch, okay? Meanwhile, she get a call from Coach. Hey, I'm in town, and you know, trying to get back up with that and finish that Mercedes experience. You know, it was for my wife as well because, you know, she's just been talking about it so much, you know, and usually this is not what we do, but, you know, she's just been talking about it so much. At this point, Mercedes is over. Like, what the fuck? Because at first she was like, oh my God, what your wife say? You know, thinking that she told. But Farrah is hooked on that Mercedes juice. Understandable. But then she was like, okay, fine, fuck it, because she got a phone call from Terica. I said, girl, where the hell is Terica at? Terica, and then the phone disconnect. I said, oh, so we playing games, huh? Baby, so we get Teak and Murder after he done got off the phone with Mississippi. Mind you, Keyshawn was in that house holding both her babies, right? And you know, Derek was like, so who you was on the phone with? I said, I wish I would be in a relationship with somebody that's clocking every fucking thing I do. You know, and sometimes we say, I would never, I would never, I would never. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that find themselves in an abusive relationship who have said, I would never. And shit just fucking happened. But that motherfucker said, who you on the phone with? I don't know what he got through doing. Was he out there working out or some shit? Nigga, go get you a job. I guess he finna go do some work that he picked up on or whatever. Go ask if she can come and all that stuff. She said no. That's okay. Because, and never said what it was, but she just gave a look and he was like, all right, cool. But mostly I feel like it was because of the way that her face looked. So you don't want to go taking her out there to the public knowing that her face is bruised the fuck up, okay? But then we get Teak and Murder. They out there on the date, nigga. Teak was like, so what's this? First of all, the waitress was thirsty as hell. No lie. You know, you little light bone, red bone or whatever with your little cute eyes and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Murder over there getting all up in his feelings. Teak had to call him out like, don't be getting Jay. He was like, I ain't getting jealous. I said, y'all be getting jealous of each other, okay? He was like, then what you call this? He said, this a date. I said, a date? A date? A day to a goddamn diner, bitch. You better fucking wine and dine me, okay? Put me in something fancy, all right? Don't give me no little better way fucking diner. This is where we go to get some snacks. This is where we go to soak up the alcohol, okay? But you know, they was just simple with it, and I kind of liked it, okay? It was, see, this is what the problem is that people have when it comes to Teak and Lil Murder. Y'all not used to seeing what y'all used to seeing on TV when it comes to gay couples. Y'all either used to seeing, you know, two feminine men together, somewhat masculine man, or someone that you would say is the man in the relationship when both of them are the man and a feminine person. Y'all not used to seeing, you know, put it in front of your face, even though it's probably been in your life as soon as you walk out the door, some of your homies are just like this, and y'all just have no idea, some of y'all baby daddies too, but hey, that's neither here nor there. You know, y'all not used to seeing two masculine men put together and two like thugged out men too, as y'all want to say, people want to say, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not used to seeing this trope, okay? And this is what happened. There are different variations of what gay looks like. That's why you cannot put a pinpoint and just say, well, gay is this and gay is that, because it is a fucking spectrum of what gay looks like. And that's what people have an issue with. And y'all need to grow the fuck up. Because what I am seeing, especially with Teak and Murda, this is some of the best same-sex relationship between men that I have seen that has evoked so much emotion, so much passion, so much compassion between each other that it's riled up everybody. You know what I'm saying? It got people talking, and therefore they have done their job. They are playing this characters well, okay? For people to be having this wide range of emotions and everything, and talking about their relationship, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, this is some cute shit. I love it anyway. I already been loved it, but I love when I see shit like this. And in this moment, especially, take the sex out from the last scene, all I see is two people that really care about each other, that truly love each other. They probably grown their love outside of prison, but it probably grew in prison or probably started in prison. We don't know. We hear about him talking about, that one time he got pushed in the closet and he thought it was the guard that was finna, basically tell him a big O, okay? Play around with him or whatever. But in actuality, it was Murda with some pasta and some candles or whatever, trying to do a little date. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a little passionate or whatever with him. And then we get to talking about what's going on with Clifford? Who is he? And then LaMurda was like, she. That's what she likes to be called. And he was like, she? Yeah, but I just call her my nigga. Okay, why you do that? I don't know. It's just the way that I be fucking up everything else, because I fucked that one up or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do. Okay? But it became a moment. It came to a moment where there was silence between them. And then Teak was just had his hand on the table like this, just regular. And then Murda reached over and just gently, brushed his hand, almost as if he was about to embrace it and play with it a little bit. That was love. That was love that they still have for each other. And it was almost as if they was coming to an understanding that I get that we had what we had back then. And I see that we no longer have it to that certain extent because your heart really is with someone else, with Uncle Clifford. And he pulled his hand back, you know what I'm saying? So that was a moment, and that was something deep that I really did like. I love that scene, okay? Meanwhile, Keyshawn, baby. Derek left. Keyshawn went to the goddamn wall, opened up that little heater or hatch in the wall, baby, and that's where her little gun at, because we was all like, then she had a little pink gun, where the gun at? She could have been took Derek out, but we could have just said it was self-defense, but then again, she's a black woman and he's a white man, so ain't no telling how that would went, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, she got the gun, she kept the phone on the table, which was good. And if you don't understand what that meant, that was so that he couldn't track her. They couldn't find her, you know what I'm saying? Because your phone do track. GPS is all up in all your electronics, okay? While y'all was up there talking about, certain stuff was putting chips in your bitch, you're walking around with a fucking phone and iPods and AirPods and shit that got all of your fucking location on it. Niggas was real stupid at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, moving on from that. That wound up happening, baby. She got the keys. She got the kids. She put them up in the car. She was hurrying up. I was like, oh my God, Keyshawn, hurry up, bitch. The whole time I kept on thinking, bitch, Derek is about to pop up. That motherfucker rolled around the corner and was just waiting because he just knew that she was going to come out there and try to do what she was going to do. But baby, he didn't pop up. She almost was ready to fucking go. She put the keys in the ignition and that bitch said click, click, click. I said, oh my goodness. This motherfucker then fucking took the plugs and shit out of the car, so she can't even start the bitch. She can't even fucking start the bitch. I am just sitting here like, oh my God, this is so fucked up. She had to take them kids right back into the house. Bitch, it wouldn't have been me, okay? At this point in time, Keyshawn, Keyshawn, you got money, bitch, Uber. Unless he got the credit cards, call a fucking cab. Okay? You better call somebody. Call somebody, bitch. At this point, I said, Diamond, get your ass over there. Y'all need to have that telepathic shit that you was having between you and Wody. You and Diamond need to do that shit. Beep, 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 beep. Oh my God, Keyshawn wants me. I need to go help her. She's ready to be saved. Bitch, that's what y'all should have did. That's what y'all should have did. Captain Planet on that ass, okay? You know, that's what should have been going on. I was just really upset. I said, damn, she was almost out of that bitch. Almost. It was like, it's too good to be true. But then we get, you know, Teak and Murder. They go to the gas station, finna put some gas in the car, and while they was up in there talking or whatever, trying to figure out which gas pump to put up in there. Do you want premium? Do you want regular? We hear from the next car over. It was like on the radio, we got this new song from Tina Snow. I said, come on, young naked bitch. New artist Tina Snow featuring Lil Murda. And then Lil Murda heard his name and he started hearing his rap. He was like, wait a minute, bitch, turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. This me right here. This motherfucking me right here. I said, yeah, bitch. Yeah, we finna get put on, nigga. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the way that sounded. Let me take that back. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. That sound better. Scratch that other one from the record because that sounded a little racist. But anyway, so he doing his thing. They having a good time up in the parking lot. Of course, you get that one person that want to come in and say, nigga, you through with the pump? I said, shut the fuck up. Let me enjoy my moment for right now, okay? Y'all know everything go down in the goddamn gas station parking lot, okay? And so, you know, this lady come up there, wanted to be a fan. Teak was about to beat old boy ass, but then he had to hold him back, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it was a lot that was going on. So, at this point, you know, we hear the song. Then we get up into the Pink. And we see Roulette and Russia Whisper doing their thing. And then when Roulette get off the stage or whatever, because she was doing it. I mean, Mama was standing up there with no hands and all that shit just sliding. Even Whisper was looking at her like, what? Now, remember the dude that asked her at the beginning of like probably 2 episodes ago or so, do you suck dick for a little stack? And she said, I couldn't take my mask off and we don't do that up in here. And he said, I'll give you a stack or whatever. I'll give you another stack to do it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, fine. Okay. So he done came back. I think his name Terrence or something. And he was like, what's up with old girl right there? You know, I eat that bitch pussy for 2 stacks. I said, oh no, that's not what we gonna do. Cause let me tell you something, I love me some Whisper. I don't give a fuck what y'all feel. Mama look a little demonic, but for some reason I'm drawn to it. Okay, I'm drawn to it. I'm intrigued. But at this point, I said, Roulette, bitch, if you set that girl up, I'ma fuck your ass up because that's what it was given. That's what it was given because he was like, go ahead and ask your girl because she said, I don't think she up into no shit like that. And I was like, you know, if I knew you was going to be giving 2 stacks, whatever, I would have, you could have asked me if I want to lay down on my back. But no, he won't Whisper. And the way that she was looking, I was like, Roulette, you better not. You better not, okay? Meanwhile, Mercedes over there with Coach. And his wife, Miss Farrah. Miss Farrah sitting on the goddamn couch trying to fill all up on Mercedes. She was like, oh my God. While Coach is over there trying to get some drinks made or whatever. Oh my God. I couldn't stop thinking about what happened between us the last time. She was like, oh my God. You don't want him to know? Girl, he ain't gonna hear nothing, okay? But listen, we can just do what we gotta do. I said, that lady want Mercedes for herself. And now people were saying that, you know, she knows Mercedes anatomy. No, it's not that she knows Mercedes anatomy. Her and Mercedes ain't never done nothing. But when she told Mercedes that, you know, she's never done nothing like that before, that felt like a fucking lie because she knew exactly for somebody that ain't never had puss or sucked on a titty before, baby, you was all into it, okay? You was all, it wasn't no hesitation. You went down on that bitch first, okay? So you didn't suck the puss before, all right? So let's stop lying right then and there. Meanwhile, that's about to go down and this whole situation with Andre at this black tie event, you know, giving a little speech and all this stuff about why he finna run for mayor and why they should back him and all these white folks there and it's a masquerade ball and, you know, they got their masks on. And when he talking about, you know, how the casino coming into the town, he's basically gonna follow, you know, his goddaddy vision, and then we're gonna give the money and spread it equally to prosperity to the people of Chucalissa. Baby, the people really weren't here for that. Cal wasn't here for that, or was it Cal? Cliff, whatever, the little light skin, the half one. He wasn't here for that, but then here come Autumn, aka Hallie, with the red all on. Everybody else in black and white and shit like that, and she come in with red hair, just asking questions. How you gonna get the money out equally? How was that even possible? Well, I come from this and I come from that. He give a little fucking speech and then won the people over, and of course, the brother, the cow brother, he ain't here for her. Okay, like, get your ass out of here. Go take your ass back to the pink. Even one of the people that was there asked if she was there to do the trimming. I said, child. I said, Haley, they don't respect your ass, and I don't understand what you doing here. And I just I don't care for her scenes and Andre's scenes. I'm just going to be honest. I really don't. Get them off my screen. So we see Diamond and Duffy come up into the club or whatever, or doing what they doing. We see Roulette over there just looking at Whisper, giving Terrence to lap dance and all that stuff. And I'm just like, bitch, if you do what I feel like you gonna do, I'm a woo. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say for right now. But then we get to goddamn Mercedes, Farrah, and Coach having this threesome, or as they say, the Mercedes experience, right? So as they're having this experience, okay, the coach is getting in his feelings. Baby, Coach is fucking his wife, I believe. Next thing you know, Farrah is finger fucking the shit out of Mercedes. And she was like, go harder, come on. And then she just started going real hard, right? She giving it to her. And Mercedes is just like responding in so much ecstasy and so much pleasure, to the point that Coach is looking at both of them like, hold the fuck up. He literally had to pull up out the pussy, okay? Come up out the pussy. Climb up out the pussy, Luther. You know what I'm saying? That on some set it off type of shit. And I'm just sitting here like, oh no. What is about to happen? What is about to happen, baby? He was like, I can't believe you. You betrayed me. You up here cheating on me? I said, wait a minute, sir. So it's okay that y'all bring another woman in just for you to have your pleasure, your fun. And I'm pretty sure you done this with other women that she did not know of. And you get upset because she have a little bit of fun of her own. But when you do it, it's okay. She's supposed to deal with it. And like she said, bitch, we've been together for 19 years. And what did I say? Mama like puss too. She said, you don't know me, because you would have known that I like pussy just as much as your ass, all right? And you don't even know anything about me. What about my hopes? What about my dreams? I put my shit on the back burner to follow your ass, okay? Baby, at this point, Mercedes did try to speak up for her a little bit. Coach basically told her to shut her ass up. She said, get the fuck out. I said, hold up. Farrah was like, we not finna talk to her like that, baby. That was a net. Okay? We ain't finna do that. She said, first of all, you ain't pay me for the rest of my time, okay? You still owe me $40,000 for the rest of the goddamn month. It was like, I ain't finna give you shit. Farrah was like, listen, bitch, whatever it is that we do, what we don't do is we don't renege on our contracts and stuff. Now, if you supposed to give her $40,000, you gonna give her that $40,000, okay? He was like, you both broke my heart. I said, who the fuck are you? You broke my heart. Boy, if you don't go somewhere, I said, you know what? Now, y'all said, I got to go back and look at season 1, Coach. Because y'all said it was dude that played, Brandy, the manager from Queens, okay? The TV show Queens. That was Brandy love interest. Most likely was. So how did we get Coach? How did we get the dude that's playing him now? And he's so old. I'm looking at him fucking. I said, look at his skin and everything. He about to stroke out. Okay? That's how come he had to pull out real quick. But at the same time, I was just like, girl, fuck that. And he was up there talking under his breath. And it was when Farrah wound up giving her shoes. She just looked down at them. She took them, and she didn't even wind up getting the money. She just left. I said, Mercedes, you better than me, because bitch, I would have took all that money and I would have said, fuck both of y'all crazy asses, and I would have got the hell up out. Farrah, you got my number, because Farrah probably would have still been trying to pay her. Okay, she still would have probably been trying to pay her behind her husband back. It don't even matter. But I feel like we ain't seen the last of Miss Farrah. This whole situation with Duffy and Roulette, bitch, I really don't care. I'm a hoe. Well, I'm a hoe too. Okay, so y'all be hoes together, which is shiesty asses. I don't trust neither one of y'all asses, okay? Meanwhile, you got Mississippi. Mississippi, quit playing with this gun if you ain't finna do nothing with it. Okay, you know you not about to do nothing with it, so let's stop playing right about now, okay? I know it takes courage, but you ain't got it right now, okay? She was like, I'm gonna do this when he come in the door. You're not. You're not. She hid that shit behind that pillow so quick, and that man came up in there, and I don't know. Are they really trying to do this on purpose to give him this effect? Because he looks extra, extra creepy with the hair now, okay? He looks like somebody that probably would go on a murder spree. He looks like one of these motherfuckers that'll go down in a textbook for being a serial whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just looked really creepy. Like, he looked like he'd just snap at any moment. And the way that he was talking to her, like, yeah, everything was good. And, you know, Karen and Justin, they want us to come over with the kids, or want me to bring, not us to come over, but want him to bring the kids next time to the pool and everything. I said, what about Keyshawn? We already know your kind don't like to intermingle with her kind. Okay, that's why you got this on. We found that out. We realized that. We probably knew that since season 1. Okay, and the way that he sat there and he hold on to her, you know, gonna say some. Well, it seemed like you didn't go nowhere all day. You know, your phone didn't move. She was like, I mean, we stayed inside the house, watched Peppa Pig, you know. And I'm looking at Keyshawn's face, and I'm like, you got to be a little bit more convincing than that, okay? Because I could read your face, and I can tell that you're faking. And if I could tell it, I'm pretty sure Derek can tell, unless he's deliberately not trying to pick up on it. And it was like, I guess the kid's just happy that you're home. And sat there and hugged on her ass. I said, listen, the uncomfortableness, I just don't understand trying to be with somebody that don't want to be. I get you fucking around and just hitting on people. I just don't get it. That is not love. Oh my God, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel for her so bad. And people like, why don't she just get out? Why don't she just get out? It's so much more than that. And then y'all look at that man. Look how they got him looking all crazy and shit. He looked like the type of person that you literally gonna have to fucking take out from off this earth in order to get away from him. That's what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? Plus, she young, dumb, and that's all that she knows. So here's what it is. He got her when she was young, and I mean, he was young too, but still, it's a lot. But moving on from that, you know, Murder and Teak go up to this house, and we thinking that Teak finna go in and get some drugs, some weed or whatever. And so Murder's on the phone talking to Wody. And Wody kept on saying, you know, it's kind of fucked up. It was a good thing that, you know, that nigga Rome OD'd or whatever. And Teak, not Teak, but Murder kind of trying to understand, like, this like the second time that you did that. Like, how you know that he OD'd? And it was like, my job is to protect my artist. That's basically what it was, because he trying to get him out there. You got this song popping with Tina Snow. You know, you got all of this stuff going on. And then he told him, listen, well, when we finally get this new leg of the tour up, what's gonna happen is T can't come. He too manic, he too much. Okay, he too much. And he was like, I need the nigga to be my bodyguard. I can't just drop his ass. And I was like, you might have to. You might have to, because he needs to go get him some help. And that is what we don't see a lot of, especially with our homeboys, and we see niggas on the street. Ain't nobody asking each other, you good? You good? You need somebody to talk to? I'm here to talk to you if you need to, or whatever, if you don't want to go see a therapist. Because ain't nobody, niggas ain't on the street ain't finna go see no therapist. Teak really does need to see a therapist. Even though he's only been out for a few, he went straight into being somebody's bodyguard onto the road, been thrust into a whole new life that he's not used to for 10 past years, okay? He's been used to being behind bars for the past 10 years, and he was used to another lifestyle before that. So everything is different. He goes into the house, and you know, Murder notices when he opens up the glove compartment, because his phone dies while he was talking to Wody, and he's trying to like get like see if a charger or something up in there, and he notices that Teak left his gun in the car. And so Teak goes all the way inside the house, and it's basically a trap crack house, okay? And what's so fucking unfortunate and disgusting about it is the fact that this kid's just sitting there with all these drug addicts just sitting there just high as hell, and they're sitting there looking at TV. You know, the place is a mess. You know, you got people on this couch, you go into another room, you got another person just laid out on the bed. They come in off their high, whatever. You got another person in the room, and then you hear these shoutings and stuff, like a kid being shouted at, from a parent or an adult or whatever. And then you see T go to this door, and he opens up the door, and he sees a younger him, and it's like a baby him with blood just coming down the side of his shoulder. Murder had to go over there and be like, what the fuck you up in here doing? And he was like, yo, this was my house, okay? This ain't just any house. It was my house. And he was like, it was your house. You know what I'm saying? Telling him basically to get the fuck out the past. We not finna stay here no more, so we need to get up out. You need to get out of that mind frame, okay? But I understand where Murder is coming from, but at the same time, you got to see where Teak is coming from. Teak is dealing with a lot of demons at this point. A lot of demons, and we've been seeing it this whole season. That's why he keeps snapping off the way that he's been snapping off. And that whole situation that happened with that boy getting killed by the cop in was it Alabama or Birmingham or whatever? Alabama, I believe. 2 episodes ago, that set it off for real, for real. Y'all know this when it really set it off for real. Then we get to this whole item. Girl, it was this lady coming up, this white lady named Miss Bastion. And, she came into the room with her. Mind you, they had already kicked Haley ass out. And so they looking at her like, what the fuck you doing here? And so, basically, she the big dundada. Okay, she the head bitch in charge. You know what I'm saying? She the one that wants that casino to get done. And, she found out that, they was trying to shortchange Autumn, with the casino rate for the paint. And, Autumn said, well, I guess since your ass in charge, you can give me what I'm worth for the paint. I said $10 million. Mama didn't even fucking bat an eye. She said, I'll give you what you worth for. I said, well, okay. Now, I don't know if that means that she gonna give her the 10 million, I should say. But, the women holding the cards right about now. And I said, you's a sneaky bitch, and I still don't like you, Miss Haley. I just don't, I never trusted her. I never trusted her. Because, you came into the town on secrecy and everything, and, you're still on that tip, okay? But you know what? Who need that ass whoop? Toy needs her ass whoop right about now. Because Uncle Clifford is over at the house with Grandma. Grandma looking at TV. Grandma is sweating up a storm, okay? Grandma is coughing, and Uncle Clifford is trying to understand, how is it that this is going on with her and your sugar is all right? Your sugar is normal. What is going on? And so she notices that, she just keep on coughing. It's dry cough or whatever. And she just sweating profusely. But yet she just sitting there normal like. And so she calls Toy. Toy is literally about to cough up a lung. Just sounds like she's literally on death's door. And she was like, bitch, I knew that shit wasn't no fucking allergy. And everybody who was saying in the comments that bitch was sick with the vid, you was correct, bitch. I said, and then all them people that was around her, that she probably infected. Oh my goodness. And of course, Grandma gonna get it. See? A fucking mess. And a message too. Baby, Andre go back to his place and he on the phone with Corbin, and Corbin is bitching about the fact that Haley came in there acting like she know what she doing and she ain't nothing but half a brain and some tits. Mind you, Haley is up in there, okay? And so, of course, he has to get off the phone. Corbin is in his feelings. Andre and Haley keep doing this song and dance with each other. You try to act like you don't like the bitch. You don't see where she coming from. You trying to play her. And, you got endorsed by this lady. So what is the big deal, okay? As long as you got endorsed by her to be mayor, y'all both want the casino up. What is the problem? Let it the fuck go. Honestly, I really don't care. I really don't care. But baby, I was looking at that scene, and I know some people was like, when Andre's wife cheated on him, that's like, girl, fuck all that because he emotionally cheated. Y'all are absolutely correct. And in this one particular moment, I was just like, see, she was like, well, tell me what you want to do since you the one that want to be in charge. What you want me to do, sir? I said, what? He said, take your dress off, okay? Crawl on the floor or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, what? So y'all finna fuck around and just fuck at this moment. We knew it was gonna come. They never really had sex. They almost had sex. It was an emotional tie. You know, I forgot about the emotional cheating. So y'all was absolutely correct. And at that moment, maybe because I'm kind of over them too. I'm literally over them too because like, bitch, you know. And I'm just looking like, y'all do nothing for me. Out of all the couples that's on here, y'all do absolutely nothing for me. No shade, no shade, no shade to the actors if y'all watching. It's just that the characters really do nothing for me. That's who it is. And then I'm sitting here like, see, Andre, that's exactly why you came up in there and you called Brittany with that dick up in her mouth, okay? That's exactly, and she laughed at your ass when you said that you was finna run for mayor. He said, bitch, I ain't give a fuck about you sucking that nigga dick. It was when you laughed in my face. She sure did. He said, I was gonna come back and ask my wife permission if I could run for mayor for Chuckalisa. And she said, what? I said, you could have waited. You could have waited, okay? But she said, nah, I'm bitch, please, okay? But, you know, they wound up fucking. And I was just like, it was the most tame fuck that I ever seen in a minute. Meanwhile, you got Murda and Teak. They out there looking at the lake or whatever with the car, and you know they reminiscing. They playing some old school Outkast. You know they was playing out the sounds and you know doing the rap or whatever. And I will say this. P Valley, the soundtrack, this fucking soundtrack for this episode, when the episode started off with Big Bone and Diamond fucking to my neck, my back, baby, and it just kept on going throughout the episode. I was like, what is happening? I am living for this soundtrack. It was just taking me back. But they having a moment. And then remember when the guy at the barbershop was just trying to say that Teak actually was the one that was the singer. And so he did have a little singing moment. And he Murda was like, what's that? He said that's one of those songs that you threw away and you gave me. You know what I'm saying? One of those verses that you had up in jail and all that stuff. And so at this point I realized what was about to happen and I just really wasn't ready for it. And we saw the warning and the trigger warning or whatever at the beginning. We saw what it was gonna happen. You know, somebody was gonna do something, but Teak for me, and at this particular moment, is the pure example of, let's get real for a second. It is the example of, and I don't care how long this is because it's already over 42 minutes. Pure example of what happened to black men, black people, but mostly black men when they get caught up in this street life because they got caught up in bullshit in their childhood. And instead of being able to get out, not all are able to get out and get help and to surpass that childhood trauma. They further that along and they get into crime and get into other messed up things, and then they get locked up, and instead of getting help for what went on in their childhood to help them become better people, they become institutionalized, and they're not getting help within these jail systems because to them these jails, they're just another fucking body. They're another fucking number. They don't give a damn about their mental health. They don't care about what's going on with them. They don't care about making sure that they are decent enough human beings to be out in the world, into society, you know, to function, that they got over the pains that caused them to do the things that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give them another option because they already know that 9 out of 10 is either once you get out, you're either going to be dead or you're going to come back. That's the options that they give them. And so we slowly been seeing each episode that Teak has been on here, and it's only been 5, you know, and he's been on, I think, probably 4. And he's been chipping away, because he's probably one of those people that feel like he cannot talk to people about what's going on with him, so he's keeping all this in his head. He was talking about, you know, because Murda was upset and apologetic for having him go to the hole. And he was like, this ain't the first time that I went to the hole. Because he was saying, you got messed up when you went to the hole on my behalf. He said, no, that ain't the first time I ever went to the hole. The first time I went to the hole was back in 1994 when his mama went crazy. And I'm not going to say crazy. She had a she snapped. She had a meltdown, a mental break. And she probably was drug related. And she wound up killing everybody in the house. And that's what that little vision that we saw when he opened up the door and it was him in that closet. His life was spared because he was in the closet, which, wow, so fitting because he's been in the closet ever since, in every sense of the word. You know, it's so much symbolism, it's so much, you know, references and stuff that's going back to it. And I felt so bad for his character. I know people was like, he need to go, he need to go, he need to go. But what we didn't realize and didn't see, and what was right there, that he needs help. And he felt like it was just too late. Murder understood, and he started putting together that something was about to happen, to the point where Murder did not want to leave with him. He didn't want to leave his side, I should say, because, you know, Teak was like, I'll drop you off. You know what I'm saying? And he basically saying, there's no more light. My light is done. And that's it. And Murder is trying to convince him not to, until he put that gun to his head. And baby, he was trying so hard. He was trying so. When I tell you, oh my God, the intricacies that they do to convey these emotions, this relationship between Teak and Murder was just so great. I don't care what nobody say. It was just so great because each scene, I fucking felt that shit. And baby, this scene, like, I knew it was coming, but that emotion, that raw, pure emotion that was going on between them two, and Murder was trying to convince him to not do what he was going to do. And when Murder started crying, we already seen T cry, but when Murder started crying, you know, his eyes watering up, his voice shaking and everything, that's when it came really real. And then all of a sudden we see the camera pan from the outside of the car, and then we see the flash inside, and we hear the bang go off. And for a second we don't hear anything else, but then we see Murder gets out the car. Lil Murder get out the car, and he has blood on him or whatever. It's the blowback from what just happened. And he was just like in shock. So not only was Teague dealing with the whole thing of PTSD from his whole life since he was a child, now this is about to be transferred like another cycle onto Murder, because this is somebody that he loved. This is somebody that he cared for, somebody that had his back, somebody that he would do anything for, literally sat there and took his life in front of him. In the midst of all this other stuff, hardship, while I'm trying to get put on, how am I supposed to focus with that? So I was just like, oh my God, this was just, it was a lot. It was a lot. Meanwhile, Mercedes was at home. Bitch, she get a knock on the door. It's Terica, and she breaking down crying because Terica fucking pregnant. Once again, another cycle that keeps on repeating itself. Okay? All of this is just talking about generational curses and generational cycles that are not good, that needs to be broken. And unfortunately, we haven't broken them yet. We almost at one point, but we didn't. You know, see, shit just got real for a second. I had to get a little bit deep for y'all, because at that end, Miss Ernestine might not make it. Y'all know death has been foreshadowing Lil Murder in this whole fucking show, this whole season, right? And then it wasn't him that day. It was somebody really close to him, his lover, his secretary, every day of the week, you know what I'm saying? He passed away in front of him. And Ernestine come down the steps. Mama can barely breathe. I said, Clifford, you go take her to the doctor. Take her to the hospital. Go get her some oxygen. I said, don't let her fall down these steps, and don't let her pass out. Because did you notice when she opened up the door, she said, Daddy, is that you? And I said, oh my God, you know, sometimes when it's at the end, they start seeing their peoples or whatever. But then it was really Murder. And he was just standing there on that porch, and Clifford came out. He was looking for Clifford. Clifford came out and saw him, and he was like, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Baby, I kind of broke down a little bit. I was like, oh my God. I'm telling y'all, it's something about seeing a million man just break down and cry. I was just there like, I just want to wipe your tears. And the way that Clifford embraced him. Y'all ain't have to do that to me at the end of this episode. This was another good episode. Oh my God, there has not been a bad episode in my opinion. It's a lot that's going on, and there's only one storyline that I really don't give a damn about, and that's Haley and fucking Andre. Bitch, you gonna win the fucking candidacy. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all tell me this was a lot. Damn, Katori, this shit was a fucking lot. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I'll see y'all later. Peace.